It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Spot that.
Here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 61 yards. And the Broncos need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Smith. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Smith.
completes it again to Metcalf.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
59 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Judy, 41 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Looks good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Now Gino on 1st down.
This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Fant.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 40 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at their 48-yard line.
14. What's left? Friday.
They run it again with Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Here's 3rd and 9.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
36 power.
Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
49.
After the interception, here's Smith. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Now a first down throw, it's Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And now Smith going to change the play. Metcalf motions left. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Throwing is Smith. This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun And it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, been able to complete it anyway.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tim Patrick with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have regained the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
47 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Smith on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Broncos 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Now Wilson on second down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Again, it's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. Nick Bonito. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Gino. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
is Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Caden Stearns. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And Smith here, an audible at the line.
Geno now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Hold.
To throw is Smith. His throw incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Smith now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go.
Metcalf motions left.
Line. Talk about it.
Now Geno on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit. It makes them a little bit less confident.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Now Wilson. Incomplete.
When a linebacker diagnoses a screen, who wins? The quarterback getting a throw over to the back in time, or the linebacker running in to knock it away? With the athleticism of modern linebackers, they win the race more often than not.
Now it's Wilson. And it is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Hey, alert! Guys, listen.
There's Wilson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He wanted to find his receiver there, but a little too much air on the throw for them to connect in the end zone.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Got it. Bring out. Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Moving inside the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Williams going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. This offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Broncos 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Broncos 48, Seahawks 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check.
Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And now here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Let's look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
There we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
He'll buy some time right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one